Welcome to Break Time on West Side, your number one break time podcast show where we give you a little bit of that entertainment so that you can take a little bit of that stress from that work you're in if you're in traffic or anything of that sort. I am your host, Sir Denver B, and first of all, considering that, I just figured I should drop this up first before the fans can start, giving back the love, of which if you want to throw some love, if you want to give me any topics you'd want me to talk about, any possible, topics that I may have talked about that you want me to rehash, it is on the IG page, breaktime_westside. Now, we need to get into it. So, LGBTQIAP. Now, I've been asked if I have a problem with it. Personally, I don't. As long as none of them, try to, be all inappropriate with me, try to grab my genitalia or anything. As long as none of them make any moves on me, I usually don't tend to have a problem. Except for two of them, the L's and the B's. Now, to put it properly, LGBTQIAP, or LGBT in short, or LGBTQ if some people want to add them, are L for lesbian, G for gay, B for bisexual, T for transsexual, Q for queer, still not sure what queer is though, I for intersex, and P for pansexual. Now, the lesbians are the ones that we know, it's girl on girl action, gays, guy on guy action, bis, they pretty much play, as in like they're the double agents of the sex game. They can pretty much play against the home team, against the away team. So, they'll pretty much get guys, they'll get girls, they can do threesomes. Hell, probably they like threesomes. I'd probably want to sit down with a bisexual and ask them that question, when do they want which one? Then there's the transsexuals. Transsexuals are essentially, okay, you have Google. Google is your friend, but the short version of it is it's probably male at the top, female at the bottom, or female at the top, male at the bottom, in terms of, like torsos, genitalia, and so on. Now, intersex, they mostly, they tend to have very conflicting looks in a sense, like probably hermaphrodites, where you find that, like, they have like male genitalia and female genitalia in one. Like that's pretty much where like intersex would probably fall in. And then A is asexual. You're pretty much just not attracted to anyone really. Then P is pansexual. Now, reasons why I have a problem with the L's and the B's. Let me kick the B's out real quick because theirs is a very tiny one. If you have a bisexual woman going up against me, going for a girl, then that's almost like a losing fight. It's super hard when it comes a time when, like the both of you are trying to hit on a woman. And because it's a woman going up against a woman knows what a woman wants to hear. A woman knows what it is that it'll take to get another woman. So obviously, they have the upper hand against me. But for the most part, I don't think I know any bisexuals who pretty much go and like curved me in the name of, going and grabbing another woman. Usually, I don't tend to have that problem. Now, my main problem here is lesbians. If you're lesbian and you know yourself, I don't hate you. I'm just not your biggest fan. Because here's the thing. Like, I'm okay with transsexuals, intersex, asexual, pansexual. Those ones are in their own field. They got their own club. They want their own people. So it's not like one of them is trying to, steal a shorty that I might, probably be crushing on or want. The problem comes in when the lesbians do it. Like, I'm okay with gay people. They're playing against the home team, so they work in my benefit a lot. Trust me. Because pansexual, so it'll be like, pansexuals can be men, can be women, but essentially a pansexual man, a gay man, an intersex man, I think, an asex man, like they all work to my benefit because they're reducing the number of men that are there to, try and chase after all the potential women I have. Now, the lesbians just happen to kill the whole fabric of it. Because for gays, like, not that I have anything against gay men, for a gay guy, they're removing two men away from it. Themselves plus the other gay guy that they're going for. So that means more, as in the ratio kind of starts to look at, there's more women than men here. Because there's a number of men who are gay, so they're playing against the home team, which means that I have less competition. But now when it gets to that stage where it's like a shorty and me are going up against, as in a are going toe to toe trying to get another shorty. Now that's a problem. And I'm not saying this in the sense of, like we go to the club and we're trying to hit on women or we're anywhere. I'm saying this in the sense of, like this is like a natural thing. Like this is something that we do as human beings. So if a lesbian is gonna go and reduce the number of women I can hit on by 2 per lesbian, that's already a problem for me. That's an issue that I'm trying to sort out, of which I looked at recent population data, and like in total, male and female genders are pretty much near 50-50 globally, as per a 2015 study. And if you're in Kenya, I looked at a 2015 study and it's pretty much the same thing. And, like that's not like trying to segregate, who's old, who's young, how many young ladies versus guys are there, how many old people are there versus anything. That's just in general. So technically, we're starting this scale at a 50-50 rate. Now, I'm expecting gay guys to help, increase my odds. But lesbian women are pretty much taking away from those same odds. So ladies, or should I say lesbian ladies, I have a problem with you. It's not about, it's not, a personal one. It's just one of those evolutionary ones. But that aside, I also need to rant about women on something else. So, not too long ago, a pal of mine was going to, bag this really, really fine shorty. Like, he had been wanting her for a minute, went hit on her. It looked like he was just going to hit it properly. So he goes and, they head over to his room and they want to bang. Now, the worst part about it is, this guy pulls out the condom and shorty, looks at him like, the hell? Of which this guy, he didn't know what was wrong. Now, her problem was, apparently, that she said later on, that apparently because he was using one of those condoms that you get in the bathroom, like the public ones, which you can take anywhere, like the free ones. If you're around Kenya, it's probably the Sure condoms, the red ones. Yeah, the ones that come in a red wrapper. Or probably if you've tried the Icon ones, they come in a golden wrapper. Like those ones. Usually given probably by the government or an institution for free. So they're in bathrooms, so you can just grab one. She was busy getting all worked up because she was like, you can't bang me the free condom. What the hell do I look like? A basic bitch. Of which I looked and I was like, first of all, bitch, no. I'm hearing this story and I'm like, no. You do not get to start, being all super choosy with all of these things. No. It's not like your vagina was given to you at a cost. It's not like you bought it. And no one should start bringing me that whole thing of, I have to take care of it. First of all, that vagina takes care of itself. Itself cleans itself. And all of this. In addition to that, if you're talking about shaving, men shave too. We shave, we trim sometimes. It depends on the guy and how they choose to groom their undersection. But essentially, we all pretty much do the same thing. So I do not see why it is you are being all picky with the type of condom. If you can say that it's probably, a fear that the condom might not be of good quality, then that would make more sense. But you're beefing over the fact that it's a free condom. Shorty, you need help. Not a premium condom, you need help. Because your pussy ain't that premium, just so you know. And it's a fact that I'm gonna drop for y'all right now. Men also have things to do with their genitals in the name of costs. We also have to take care of them. I'm not gonna say that a lot of us do, but we also have issues and we also have to deal with our genitals. So please, you do not get a chance to bring this to us with your free vagina over here. Yeah, you guys are already making us buy you food, and then now you want us to start paying for more condoms, just so that you can have your vagina, worked on by Durex. It's just a brand. Sheesh. Although, now, I need to move a little further from that, or at least I need to pan out from that. It sounds like I've attacked women for a second, but, it's all love. It's all love. Now, my next issue was something that I saw online, and that was, and I know this was a joke, but it kind of carried a bit of truth. Kenyan men have been rated as the longest lasting men with an average of 30 minutes, of which 29 of those minutes are spent begging. Now, I read this and I was like, it's probably true to an extent. I'm only saying this because I'm not fully Kenyan. I'm part Kenyan, part other things. So at this point, I can be like, it's probably true, but I'm not entirely Kenyan. So, like probably my bottom regions aren't, Kenyan and all in DNA. But I would like to speak to whoever it is that believes that this is true. Ask if I can be part of the research specimen, just like, like we can test times and all. But at the same time, I want to be the kind of guy that, tries to be objective and, brings out the truth and okay, actually that's a joke. I'm not intending on doing any of that. What I am intending on doing is saying that the average lasting time for a man, and this is like a global average, is 7 minutes. Before, they orgasm, they finish, they come, whatever it is that you call them, they bust a nut, whatever it is that you call it. Now, for women, it's about 20 minutes. So this is something that science has pretty much told us is entirely not in our favor. So I do not see why all of you people need to pick a fight with us. So, if you probably listened to Battle of the Sexes on the first episode, which also aired this week, you'd probably know that, like us guys usually have to, think back, or at least like we have to draw our minds away from this shit so we can hold it in. Or if we're not entirely interested in doing it, we just won't finish in time. We will go on and on and on and on. The boner might be there for the longest time. We'll go on and on for hour after hour, but it's not like I'm finishing. You'll probably finish 1, 2, I don't know how many times, depending on how long you last. But it's not like we'll finish. So if you have a problem with your lasting times, please ask your man to think about Einstein's laws, of probably theory of relativity. Probably they can think through Pythagoras' theorem. They can talk through Newton's laws of motion or shit like that. And, just find some way of extending their times. But anyways, I am not going to extend this time any further. So if you guys want to hit me up and give me your feedback, it is on Instagram at breaktime_westside. Thank you so much for tuning in. Get back to that work. I'm sorry if you're stuck in traffic, but nonetheless, put the process in that progress or be the prevention. This has been Break Time on Westside.